Check one, check two, check one, check two. What's going on, everybody? It's the Wrestling with Idiots podcast. We are unfortunately not here today with our boy Tony. He is MIA. He is missing in action. We're gonna have to put him on the back of a milk carton because we don't know where the brother is. But we do have the two OGs of the crew. Got your boy Jay Grizz. That's me. Got the Puerto Rican sensation, Citoo. What's happening? You want to do an episode because some stuff was happening? Man, let them know what's going on because I don't really know what's going on, but you told me that you got some info, you got some scoops, you got something going on that you want to tell the people, you got something that you want to tell me. Let's get into it, my dude, my dog. Let's do it. You got me stuttering,
up,
bro.
Going on? It happened, man. It happened. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
It happens.
Said it happened. You good?
I'm good. Are you good?
There we go. Man, I'm alright. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Don't hold me back now. I ain't gonna hold you back.
But I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel like we have to discuss a couple people that are no longer under WWE contract.
Ooh.
They've been released, and we'll see them probably in other places within 90 days.
Can we say AEW? Oh, matter of fact, you know what? The way to kick off the show was not done properly. You know how Penta just arrived in WWE not too long ago?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Penta? Are your kids fan of Penta? Well, you know what? I am. And you know what they have on WWEshop.com? They have the all-new Penta mask. Oh, man. They got the LA Knight gear. They got the Charlotte Flair gear. They got the Alexa Bliss shirt with the Lily dog on it. All at WWEshop.com. Go there now. Go and buy some merchandise. All right. As you are. Talking about some releases.
We got some releases. Now, I feel like we're not going to blame WWE for a lot of them, right? I feel like a lot of these people probably had to go, right?
Okay.
And I feel like there's probably more people that are probably going to get released within the next few days, or at least they should be. At least they should be.
Okay, you got a list of people got a list of this release?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Talk about it. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
We're going to start it off with AOP, the Authors of Pain, a tag team that personally I was souped when I found out they were coming back to WWE, and yeah, nothing was done with them.
Nothing at all.
Now, along with them,
a few matches here and there. That was about it. Said a few matches here and there, and that was about it.
Right. I mean, and it's crazy because I don't even know if they did anything outside of the group that they were in. It was just a tag team that was completely squandered. So
that wasn't a bad release. I'm with that. Unfortunately, they were released. Very, very talented tag team, but you can't be too talented if you're not showcased as such.
Right.
And they were when they first were around. They split town when COVID became a thing. They were gone. They head for the hills. They came back. You know, they had a brief stint with the company, and had a few matches. Nothing memorable whatsoever. Just wasted ink on a piece of paper. And that was just so unfortunate that they were completely underutilized their second go around. I don't know if they're going to go to another company or not, but if they do, I mean, you know, good for them. But yeah, this wasn't it.
Now, along with them, right? Paul Ellering is out. He's also been released.
Ellering going again too.
Now, and this is where things get shocking because I didn't even know this guy was still under contract. But
Paul?
Cedric. Well, no. No, not Paul. I knew Paul was there.
Cedric
Alexander. I completely forgot about Cedric, and I would imagine that he's probably on NXT, right?
I don't know. I think Cedric forgot about Cedric. Listen, I never was a fan of Cedric. I never saw anything in him, even when he was with the Hurt Business. Now, of course, he's released. They use like the first name that they said. We can all expect him
Yep.
to go to AEW and get lost in the shuffle like everybody else, but more than likely joining in the Hurt Syndicate. Um, best luck to him. He's a talented wrestler, but that's all he is. He can just, do some nice flips and stuff like that. And again, in a pool full of other wrestlers that's doing the same exact thing that you're doing, you're gonna get lost in the shuffle, and that'll be that for his career. But you know what? At least he's making money.
Right, right. No, you can't hate on that. Now,
Nah,
this next one is really going to confuse me. And I feel like at the end of all the names, we're going to find a common thread. Sonya
okay.
Deville.
Sonya Deville. This was her second time, I think, being gone from the company.
Right, yeah.
You know, take a sip of my water. I don't understand it. She is talented. Another one that was underutilized, but she never really showed too much personality. She has the personality of a manager, boss type of situation, but I don't know, man. It didn't move anybody, and it never moved anybody. But it could have been some potential. But like I always say, given enough time, getting a certain amount of time, you have to knock it out of the park. And she was given a lot of time to knock something out of the park, and she was never, ever, ever able to deliver. Not one time during the time she was there.
Right. Now, what's crazy with her is that didn't they just put her in a group with Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler?
Yeah, she was the head chick of the group too.
Yeah, so does that group now complete? Is that the end of that group? Don't know.
Probably.
I would imagine, right? Makes sense.
Yeah,
Now,
probably. They probably. I don't even know if they're even a tag team anymore.
right,
Shayna and
right,
Zoe.
right. I don't know even if they were, I highly doubt they will continue to be after this. Um,
But yeah, I don't know.
Now the next name, Blair Davenport.
I heard of the name, and when I heard of the name in the video game, and that was about it.
Oh wow,
Other
okay,
than that,
okay.
I have no real knowledge of Blair Davenport. I'm just being 100% honest.
Yeah,
Another probably talented female that was being
she
underutilized, and now
right.
she's no longer there. No surprise.
I think the was unfortunate because I seen her in the Indies before she even came to WWE, right?
Okay.
And once I found out she was signed, I was excited. I'm like, okay, because she's one of those girls that can go. I don't feel like she was given an opportunity. I think that's
Was
what
she on
bothers me
NXT or
with
main
her.
roster?
What happened?
Was she on NXT or was she on the main roster?
I believe she was on NXT. I know
Oh
I
well.
felt like she had got drafted, but I don't think she was used.
Another
Or you know what? No,
unfortunate
she might have been
piece
on the
that
SmackDown roster now thinking about it.
could have been, but
Yeah.
I know damn sure I didn't see her.
Yeah, I think that's what's sad is that she wasn't given an opportunity. Um, yeah, you would think that you would at least give some of these girls an opportunity and these guys before you release them. Now, the
Do you know how
next
long
name,
she was there for?
I oh, I don't. I feel like if she got called up to SmackDown, it must have been, and that's what I'm saying is I don't think she was rarely used like that. But I think she might have got called up maybe in the summer or the fall,
Okay.
and I felt like I might have seen her like once or twice on SmackDown. But that's what I'm saying. You're not using the girl. You're not really giving her a fair chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, the next girl that they released, Isla Dawn.
Yeah, that's
I know
another one I'm
you
not
don't.
really
I
familiar.
know I was about to say. I was like, I know you don't care for her whatsoever.
Well, again, I'm not familiar with her. Again, another name that I probably seen scrolling down the roster when I was doing the GMO on
Oh,
WWE. Was it 2K25? What was it? With
it
Cody
was
on the
2K
cover?
24, 24.
24, 24. Sorry about that, y'all. But you know what? I'm pretty sure it is WWE 2K24. You go to WWEshop.com to go get your copy. But 25 will be dropping probably in the next
Next month.
couple months. So
Next month.
next month. Oh
You
wow.
can
I thought the
pre-order
next couple
now,
months.
actually.
Pre-order it now. Pretty sure you could go get a copy from WWEshop.com. But yeah, not familiar with her. She's a redhead, right? She's a redhead.
Yeah. Yeah, former
And,
women's tag team champion.
oh,
Right,
yeah.
yes. Now you remember
What was
her.
the name of her partner?
Alba Fire?
Okay, so those are the two that defeated
Yep.
um Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair, and I think there was another team involved. It was like a
Yeah, it might have been
triple
a
threat
triple
tag.
threat.
Yeah, they held the
Yeah.
belts for a little bit, and then that was it.
Actually,
Those
I felt like I don't know, was Zoe Starks in the other team?
could have been, yeah,
Yeah, I
probably
felt
with her and Shane.
yeah.
But yeah, that team when they won the tag team titles, it really never caught anybody's attention, never caught fire. So
Well,
it
right,
don't
and
matter.
and again, it's not just them.
Oh,
I don't think anybody cared for that women's tag division at all. No matter who the
well,
champions were, I don't think anybody cared.
I mean, you heard me say next, so we don't need to spend no more time on that. Who else we got?
Well, another guy who was in a tag team, um, and then they pretty much broke that up and jobbed them out. Giovanni Vinci.
Oh, yeah. I mean, another guy who I didn't understand that situation when they broke him and Kaiser up as a tag team. It looked really, really wonky, and obviously, we heard some backstage rumors going on that he tried
Right.
to holler at,
Which we
Ludwig's
don't
girl.
know. Right, we don't know if
We
it's
don't
true or
know.
not.
We don't know. We just do some reading or hear some rumors like everybody else do. But he tried to highlight. He tried to get at Shorty. He tried to get at Tiffany Stratton. We don't know how true that is. We really don't. But that was a rumor. Either or, the guy got buried. Um, Nobody's crying about it. Nobody's crying about these releases. I know I'm not, and I'm not shocked about any of these releases whatsoever. But I mean, he's gone, and it is what it is with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the unfortunate part is, and I think we had a conversation a while ago about Gunther, right?
Yep.
And how his IC title reign was way better than his world title reign, and I don't think anyone really cares for his title reign now. When you look back at it, you think that has anything to do with the fact that they pretty much broke that group up probably way too soon?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think that group should have been broken up. I don't think he should have been split from the group. And you're gonna release a guy. Okay, but again, you also can't really cry that there's no tag teams when you're getting rid of nothing but tag teams. Authors of Pain, tag team. Sonya Deville was in a group. Isla Dawn, tag team. Vinci was in a tag team, then you split them up. And then that's gonna bring us
Perfect leeway to talk about the next release.
right. The last two as of now, because right now again, there's more people that probably could and should be going. But another tag team, former tag team champions, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Well, two guys that were completely useless from top to bottom. 100% useless from top to bottom, in my personal opinion. And I'm sorry to let it be known, but if Black Lives Matter, Jake Grizz's opinion matters. All right, because if you are a WWE fan, if you're a wrestling fan, whatever it is, and you've seen those two wrestling or how they've been utilized, whatever it is, they just never been that good to begin with. They were in Japan doing whatever it is that they were doing, and maybe it caught some attention and some eyes out there, but over here in the WWE product, they've been given chance after chance, and they never knocked anything out of the park at all. So it was a waste. I know they tried to, do some stuff, some Bullet Club stuff. That's pretty much why they were brought in. They were hanging around Finn at one point in time. They were hanging around AJ at one point in time. They just two ball-headed guys that have zero personality, and they'll probably be in AEW pretty soon.
Yeah, I would imagine they would be. I would imagine. And probably back in New Japan.
Yep, where they belong.
But again, I mean, you have tag teams. And you're releasing all these tag teams. And again, it doesn't make sense because I don't think it's even been a year since they split the tag team titles and made them two, right? One for each brand.
Yeah, it ain't been a full year yet. At WrestleMania,
so it hasn't even right. So it hasn't been a full year. You're releasing tag teams. You're breaking up other tag teams. There's some tag teams like the Street Profits that I feel like we haven't seen in such a long time.
We did. We just saw them at Royal Rumble.
No, well, I'm saying again, prior to that, when was the last time we seen them?
Oh yeah.
We haven't seen them right until last Saturday. So I don't know. I mean, personally, I feel like they should probably just unify those tag team titles because I don't know how many teams are even left. I'm not even trying to say that to be funny. I don't know how many teams are on the Raw roster. I don't know how many teams are on the SmackDown roster. You know what I mean? And again,
here's something, though, right? And like I told you before, off air earlier, if they're not a fan of tag team wrestling, just get rid of it. It's 2025, right? And a lot has changed. And we have two women's championship belts, right? Back in the day, there was only one. We also had Lita and Trish main event of Raw. First time that happened, right? Two women. We had, which WrestleMania was it? 35, where
Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky.
Yeah, they main evented a WrestleMania, and not on a night one, night two situation. They main evented the whole shebang. So you know what I mean. So they did that. I feel like change has occurred. We got an Intercontinental title for the women, United States title for the women. If tag team wrestling is a thing that y'all not really caring about, get rid of it because it ain't really working. Nobody's really a fan of it. Nobody's really invested in it. It's tag team wrestling in WWE today is throwaway matches. They don't really mean anything whatsoever. And like you said, they just got rid of a bunch of tag teams. So, in my personal opinion, what's the point? JD McDonough got hurt, so him and Finn Balor won't be tagging no time soon. Finn is back to being solo as well. We don't have much going on. We really don't. So it's kind of pointless at this point to have tag team titles with almost no tag team wrestlers. And it's been like that for a very long time. Despite the Usos being champions, despite the New Day doing their thing, You know what I mean? It's just everything that surrounds certain tag teams, certain great tag teams like those two, is just non-existent. So to me, it's just pointless.
Right, right. Well, how many more releases are we thinking that we're gonna see?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is it. Because
Really?
usually, yeah, because a lot of times when these things happen, they happen, only for 2 days. I'm not sure about a third day, but I mean, if they do any more releases, it is what it is. But I don't think any of these people that we mentioned had any kind of merchandise on WWEshop.com. Anyway, so you know, if whether they're talented or not, no merchandise going on, no promos going on, no stories going on, no TV time going on for a lot of them. So it was a lot of good releases that occurred. Should more happen? Absolutely, but it's just
Right,
like the only thing I'm not liking in today's system is the fact that they're ready to bring in more people to replace current releases and stuff like that. But the problem with that is some releases in general are very young, talented people, and it's just like you're kind of maneuvering other youngins for newer young talent. But it's just like the older talent is kind of sitting and settling, and it's just like, do we really need to push for newer talent right now if we're not ever going to utilize them properly and just give them their walking papers in a year or two anyway? It's kind of a waste. This is why, off air again, I think I probably said it on air at some point in time. A lot of the older guys that are past their prime, you're not going to give them a title run or nothing major. Just put them on NXT because NXT is a developmental system that young guys need to learn from. And I told you, and anybody knows, AJ today, as of today, because it does switch up from time to time. AJ Styles is my favorite wrestler. He's my favorite active wrestler today, and he's very talented. Former two-time WWE champion, and he could go down to the NXT brand and teach a lot. So can the New Day. So can Finn Balor. Well, Finn Balor's already been there. AJ's never been there. Um, as a full time wrestler. There's just certain guys that are at the peak of their career. It's or over, kind of over the peak of their career, and it's just like, helping out the youth. Go do that. You know what I mean? It'll
right.
help other guys, polish other guys, and make them look important. So, what's your
Well,
take on it?
I think that there's more people that should get released. I mean, like just off the top, I would release Karrion Cross. Since you got rid of Isla Dawn, you might as well just get rid of Alba Fire. I don't think you really need most of those LWO guys. I'm not sure if you should keep Zoe Starks. I personally would get rid of Pete Dunne. Candice LeRae's another one I would get rid of. Your favorite wrestler, Tangaloa, has to go.
I hope you fall up the
And
stairs. I hope you fall up the stairs
which,
backwards.
yo,
That means you're walking up the stairs backwards and you fall.
I feel like
That's
there's
what
a
I hope
lot
happens.
more people that can go. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, the LWO guys can go for sure.
Yeah, they definitely got to go. Tangaloa got to
I
go.
don't think
Candice
he's
LeRae got
making
to
that
go.
stage ever.
Pete Dunne, if he's not gonna get a reaction, just get rid of the guy. Again, Alba. I mean, again, these people. Look. I don't even care for Mia Yim, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Miriam can go too.
Wait, who?
Natalia's another one that should be on NXT.
Natalia? Yeah, she should be on NXT or
Yeah, you see,
retired.
so you see my point, right? Like, you're not utilizing her properly. Why don't you just put her on the NXT brand so she can help
I'm
out the
I'm
youth?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I am with you on that. But again, there's people that look, and I know we have this conversation off air a lot, and it's like I joke around, right? But let's keep it a
Mm.
buck. Whatever's around carrying Cross does not work out. You're like doomed when you're around them.
Here you go. Here you go. Grab the toilet paper, everybody. Cito is over here shitting on Cross.
I'm just
Not
saying.
regular Cross, but carrying Cross.
How long has this guy been there? He's been there for what, over 2 years? Nobody cares for the guy. They gave him his
Get
own
the
group.
Charmin.
They
Get the
gave him
Charmin, please.
they gave him his own group. How did that work out? Poor Bobby Lashley had to feud with them. What happened to Lashley? The Street Profits were like MIA for a while. Again,
He's
AOP,
shitting
Paul
on
Ellering,
him.
they're gone. And again, this group that nobody cares about, whatever the name of their group is, they beat the Wyatt Six. That completely hurt the Wyatt Six.
They're probably going to end up releasing some of those guys too because they're
You
supposed to be on
might as
SmackDown.
you might as well. You had them
It's
job
a
out
waste.
to some jobbers.
It's a waste because, like I said before, they want to do these 3 hour shows, but it's just like we have to sit up here and keep watching the Judgment Day and the Bloodline stuff. But it's just like, where's the investment into the Wyatt Six? Alexa Bliss is back now. There's no reason why Wyatt Six is off TV. There's no reason why there isn't something strong for them to do, and there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like I just don't get the thought process. They're not doing well, but listen, we're gonna have to wrap this up. I'm guessing you feel the same way as I do about the releases. They did a great job with these releases,
Yeah,
and
add more.
yeah,
That's where I'm at. Add more.
add more releases. All right, so that just about wraps it up. You good with that?
I'm straight.
All right. So that concludes the Wrestling with Idiots podcast. And don't forget, go to WWEshop.com to get all your merchandise. I'm not going to lie to you. That yellow LA Knight shirt, I might have to go cop that. You go cop it as well. The listeners, Cito, cop it. And with that being said, peace.